Whatever you want to do. If you want to be a social media manager for local restaurants, then you're making a list of local restaurants, which I don't recommend, by the way, for various reasons. You can see our other past videos on why I do not work with local businesses anymore and do not recommend our clients do either. This video is brought to you by MailRush.io, a cold email automation tool. Stick around till the end to learn more, but for now, enjoy the video. Let's talk about how to find your ideal client. Now, we all want to work with our ideal clients, don't we? Clients that aren't nightmares to work with, don't ask for refunds, that you can succeed with. So, let's talk about how to get them, because I'm working with my ideal clients. Our students are crushing it. I'm selling into a market that I can deliver value in, and that our students really respect and pay high rates for. It is amazing. And it starts by defining what is your ideal client? What are we actually looking for here? And it comes down to three things. An ideal client should have three things. One, it should be in an industry or sector that you have experience or a case study in. Two, you should be good at what you do, if not great. And three, you should enjoy the work that you do. Now, you don't have to 100% love the work all the time. There's gonna be ebbs and flows in life, right? Sometimes you're gonna be really depressed, but you're still able to do the work. You just don't want to completely hate the thing that you end up with. Working with an ideal client means you should not hate your job. And it should at least beat sitting in an office all day. You don't want to downgrade by becoming an entrepreneur, and I'll talk about that in a second. So how do you do it? How do you find clients that you have a case study for, that you can fulfill the work because you're good at it, and that you enjoy what you do? How do you find those three? Well, it is a 6-step process that we'll talk about right now. The first thing you want to do is blue sky brainstorm, which means sit down with your notebook and write down what you think your ideal client is. What money are they making? What industry are they in? What do you even want to be doing? If you could do anything, this is why it's called blue sky. The sky is empty. You could do anything, regardless of your skill level, regardless of whatever. What do you actually want to be doing in your life? Write that down. Then close it. Go take a walk, come back, edit the list. Is this list still true after you've taken a walk and thought about it for 20 minutes? Then keep the notebook closed after that edit, wait a day, come back, and edit the list again. Does it still feel right? So that's step one, and that should help you not get trapped in some ideas that you were able to just be excited about for 10 minutes. Because you're coming back to the list a couple times, and that blue sky brainstorming is gonna resonate with you a lot more once you've taken a little bit of time with it. The second thing you wanna do is look at your past jobs. What did you enjoy doing? What would you want to do more of? And what do you wanna do less of? What did you hate about the old jobs? What did you like about the old jobs? And keep that top of mind. You can even write that in the notebook as well. Just list making here, right? We're not trying to come up with any answers at this point. We just wanna get your brain going. We wanna get the cycles actually going, and really do these exercises if you want to find this. The third thing you want to do is think about, who do you admire in the media? For me, I thought about all of these different people, and I always had a strong desire to be like the people in the sales movies. So not really like American Psycho or Wall Street, but more like the sales guys in Boiler Room or Glengarry Glen Ross, or my favorite show about sales, which was Mad Men. And specifically within Mad Men, I didn't really want to be Don Draper, who I think most people want to be. Didn't really want to be Peggy. I wanted to be Pete Campbell, the young sales guy. And there was a reason for that, because I felt like a young sales guy. Something resonated with me about the Pete Campbell character. For you, maybe you do want to be more of a Peggy. Maybe you do want to be Don Draper or Roger Sterling or one of the other characters in that show. But it depends completely on you. And that's what we're looking for here. What is ringing a bell in your head when you think about the media that you consume? Who speaks to you in those shows, and what is their job? For me, it was easy because I like the shows about office work. Maybe you're watching like West Wing and you really want to be in politics. Who knows? Ideally, you want to find something that resonates with you. That's why we're talking about the ideal client. My ideal client is going to be completely different from your ideal client. So once you've done that, once you've had all of this time to think, you're gonna wait a day, you're gonna go to sleep, sleep on it, wake up the next day, and make a list of at least 5 real jobs and industries. For instance, you might write down film editing for fantasy television, or salesman for an ad agency. Make sure that these are real tasks that have money attached to them and real industries that actually exist. That's it. And I know we're talking about entrepreneurship here, and the reason why we're going for actual tasks is because the best business ideas are the ones that people pay for. You write down, for instance, film editing for fantasy television. That could mean you start an editing agency or you become a freelance editor. That does not mean you have to get a job working for whoever. Same for salesman for an ad agency. You could sell lead generation, kind of like we talk about in the course Email 10K. You could sell sales or even just do freelance sales or start your own company that does ad agency work. The other thing is this list can be wildly different. One is film editor. The other is salesman, and they can be on the list of the same person because we're gonna sort it even more in the next step. So you have this list of 5 after all of this thought, after all of this deep research into yourself and what you truly believe. Then what you wanna do is pick the one you're most excited about. It doesn't have to be something you wanna do for the next 30 years or even 30 days. Just of those 5, which one are you most hyped about right now in the moment? Decide on it. Then what you want to do is write 100 cold emails targeting people that will buy from you in that industry. So for instance, if you want to be a video editor for fantasy television, you're making a list of production companies. If you want to be a salesman for ad agencies, you're making a list of ad agencies, etc., all the way down the list for whatever you want to do. If you want to be a social media manager for local restaurants, then you're making a list of local restaurants, which I don't recommend, by the way, for various reasons. You can see our other past videos on why I do not work with local businesses anymore and do not recommend our clients do either. So pitch yourself following the cold email process that we talk about in Email 10K or in free videos on this channel, 20 emails at a time, optimizing after each 20 to make sure that the open rate's high enough, that the first lines work, that the body of the email works, you're getting the responses you want, etc. Optimizing each send until you see the results. Then you go to number 6. If you're burned out at any time, quit. You can always come back, but if you're already burned out after sending 30 cold emails pitching yourself as a video editor to fantasy television, if that dream is not lighting a fire under you and pushing you to work, ditch it right now. You just saved yourself 30 years of working in a career you hate. If you can't even get excited about film editing and fantasy television for a week while you try to actually get that job, you did not want it. And you learned something valuable about yourself there. That's not your ideal client. Good. You're one step closer to finding what is your ideal client. And then you move on to the next thing and you try the same thing again. And one of them's gonna hit and you're gonna be super excited and you're gonna be with your ideal client and all of your wildest dreams will then come true. So to recap, how to find your ideal client. First, you want to blue sky brainstorm. Then look at your past jobs, figure out who do you admire in the media, make a list of at least 5 real jobs and niches, pick the one you're most excited about, and if you're burned out at any time, move on. This video is brought to you by mailrush.io. If you need to send cold emails, or if your current provider isn't allowing you to send cold emails, you must get an account with mailrush.io. With mailrush.io, you can send bulk emailing campaigns on autopilot while avoiding blacklisting problems. Improve your sending reputation with your own dedicated IP. And they'll include a free customized IP warm-up schedule with your dedicated IP account. Get 30% off the first month with the promo code COLDEMAIL. In addition to the discount, you can also open a free trial account with a sending credit of 1,000 emails. All right, back to the video. So that's that. How did this process work for you? Let me know down in the comments. Smash that like button to encourage the YouTube algorithm. It really helps boost the video up if you engage with the video like that. So if you want to help the channel, that's the best way to do it. Sign up for Email 10K if you want to learn how to grow your business, take it to the next level, and target companies that can afford you across services. It doesn't matter if you're selling marketing or web development or anything. It's all covered in there. And subscribe to this YouTube channel for more free content. We do videos 3 times a week. Thanks for watching. I'm Alex Berman.